Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I want to give everyone a couple of minutes to get on. I am not going to be super long this morning, but I do want to talk about something very important. Today, I want to talk about self-care. Let's see if this will let me pin the subject title. Good morning to those of you that are joining. For those of you who are new, my name is Jessica Fields. I am the founder and owner of J Fields Co. and Spa. I wanted to talk to you this morning about self-care. This is the beginning of the year, January 15th. Make sure January 15th, so everyone's kind of setting goals for the year. Some people are doing resolutions. I'm not a real fan of the term resolution because by the end of January, those resolutions are out of your mind. You're not thinking about them. You're not still working on them. But goals for me, I continue to work on and look at and change and adjust as necessary throughout the year. So one personal goal for me this year is to do more self-care, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Now, when I say self-care, it can mean many different things to many different people. So what is self-care? Self-care is taking care of you in a way that benefits you the most. So self-care can be taking care of you physically, your physical health. It can be taking care of your psychological health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and even your social health. So I want to give you a couple quick examples of each one and give you some announcements, and then I'm going to get out of here. So the first thing I want to talk about in your physical health, it's getting adequate rest every night. I know some people can manage on 4 hours of sleep. Some people can manage on 8 hours of sleep. Some people need more or somewhere in between. Find out what amount of time will help your body to refresh and to rebuild itself so that you can wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and able to conquer your day. If you have a more labor-intensive job, you might need more hours of sleep. If you are at a desk all day or you do a lot of computer work, you might need less time because your mind is always going, so you need to get up earlier in the day so you kind of go to sleep a little bit later, or whatever the case may be. Find out what amount of time you need so you can get adequate rest. Another way to work on self-care in the physical sense is to drink enough water. For those of you who are like me, you like you some coffee. So coffee, I don't know if you knew it or not, it actually can dehydrate the body. So you need to be drinking an adequate amount of water. If you drink coffees, teas, juices, whatever you drink, make sure you're still getting enough water in your body. A couple of tips so that you know you're getting enough water. You should be going to the bathroom more than a couple of times in a day. You should be going to the bathroom every couple of hours. And when you go, your urine should be light, very light yellow to clear. If your urine is very dark, you are dehydrated. You're not getting enough water. Your skin will also tell you if you're dehydrated. If you push in and the indentions stay in your skin, you're dehydrated. Do you see how mine bounces back? I'm relatively hydrated. Now, I could probably always up my ante of water, especially since I am such a big coffee drinker. But that's something else you need to do to keep up self-care for your physical health. Another thing you can do is to exercise. I sit at a desk. I do get up and down and I do a lot of walking, but because primarily I sit at a desk or at a table, a treatment table giving facials, I need to make sure I'm getting up and getting some kind of exercise. So when I'm running errands, I park furthest away from the door. I try to take the long way around the grocery store. I do little things to help me get some extra steps in, and I do track those steps. So at the end of the week, I can say, okay, you know what, Jessica, you did pretty good on your steps today. Or you know what, tomorrow you need to up the ante so that you can kind of keep some of this exercise moving. Those are things you can do to help your physical health with self-care. The next one I want to talk about is psychological or emotional health. Real quick, for those of you who are just joining in, my name is Jessica Fields. I am the founder and owner of J Fields Co. and Spa, and today we're talking about self-care. The next thing I want to talk about was your psychological and emotional health. This could mean simply talking to someone. Now, it just depends on what you need to talk about as to who you need to talk to it about. For example, if you just want to voice some concerns, very light concerns like, ooh, girlfriend, boyfriend, whomever, my child was getting on my nerves today. That's a great conversation for a good friend. If you need to talk about some financial help, like I'm struggling on, living day to day, or I'm living from paycheck to paycheck, then you need to speak with a financial advisor, somebody to help you balance your books, somebody to help you spend less. That is a form of psychological or emotional help, because if you don't address those concerns, then you can be stressed out and you're not able to accomplish what you need to accomplish in the day. Another thing would be a therapist, a counselor, and that could be a psychiatrist for mental health. You can speak with a spiritual advisor, a confidant. These are just different types of people you can talk to. Another person you can talk to is your stylist or your esthetician, your hairstylist, or even your clothing stylist. These are people that you can talk to while they're helping you, service you, maybe helping you get pretty, picking out clothes, whatever the case may be. You can talk to them about some of the good things, some of the bad things, some of the concerns. But my encouragement to you is to find the right person to talk to if you need actual advice. For example, if you need health advice, don't necessarily go to your hairstylist, because that's not their field of specialty. Their field of specialty is to tell you how to take care of your hair. If you need health advice, you go see your doctor. If you need financial advice, don't go to your esthetician. She might have her books together, but financial advice is not her specialty. You need to go see a financial advisor. If you are having some trouble spiritually, you're trying to figure out how to better improve your relationship with God, you don't need to go and talk to your banker. You need to go talk to your spiritual advisor. And if you don't have one, I highly encourage you to get one. These are things that you need to do to work on self-care psychologically and taking care of yourself emotionally. Another thing you need to take care of is your social self-care. We as adults, as humans, children, teenagers, we need to be involved in some sort of social interaction. We need to be able to talk to other people. You ever thought about it this way? If these are from my parents and even some of my non-parents. When you have kids, they encourage you to enroll them in some sort of daycare. And if you don't do a daycare, do like a mommy and me, a daddy and me, do play dates. That's because children need social interaction. It teaches them how to talk to other people, how to share, and it teaches them how to learn how to better communicate with others. So us as an adults, as humans, period, we need social interaction. So self-care, plan some events to go out with some friends, some family, just to get some social interaction. Talk about the weather, talk about what's going on in your life, some concerts you want to go to, some activities you want to do, but socially interact with others. Now you may say, oh, I'm a homebody, I'm an introvert, I don't want to do all that. You still need some social interaction. It might not be on such a high scale as an extrovert or something, but you still need some social interaction. So I want to encourage you today to take care of self in a way that benefits you the most. Now you're probably thinking, oh girl, how does self-care have to do with you being an esthetician? Because my field of self-care is taking care of your physical face, your physical skin. So some of us are highly stressed. You might have a highly stressful job. So I encourage you to visit my website, jfillsco.com, and book a facial with me, or book a body treatment. You would come into my spa. I have a relaxing environment. I set you up on the table depending on your service, and I help you relax. I help you reach your skincare goals. That is a form of self-care, because that's taking care of you. That's relaxing you. But there are other ways to self-care. I want to hit those points one more time for you very quickly. That self-care was your physical health, getting adequate rest, drinking plenty of water, and exercising. Your psychological, emotional, and spiritual health, seeking advice and counsel from someone who is trained in the field that you need assistance in. And social self-care, being able to socially interact with others. Those are all ways you need to pour back into yourself. So I hope this information was highly beneficial to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop in and visit with me. And again, for those of you who are just popping on, my name is Jessica Fields. I'm the founder and owner of J Fields Co. and Spa. If you want to learn more about me and the services and the products that I offer, please visit us at www.j as in Jessica, F as in Frank, I as in Igloo, E is in Edward, L is in Larry, D is in David, S is in Sam, C is in camera, O is in octopus.com, jfeelsco.com, and you can learn more about our services and our products that we offer. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me this morning. Have a good one.